when I did lose my page, I was thinking about trying to find a way to like get rid of it, but I didn't want to get rid of certain people or certain memories and stuff like that. So it's almost like you know how they say the world right now is going to be written, so everything that's happening is pretty much already written or is going to be written. But technically, since we are moving into the technology age, or since we are moving to like fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional and shit like that, everything pretty much like knowledge and time and history pretty much becomes technology. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you have is on your phone. All the pictures you have is on your phone. All the information of yours is on the phone. And not only that, but in the old time, it was on the paper, or how they call it, papyrus and shit like that in Egypt and Africa. I feel you. I understand what you saying. Laugh my ass off. You funny. Haha. It's all good. Just be you. Oh yeah, I'm gonna always be me. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like if there's duality, then you have up and a down, you have a yin and a yang, you have a light and a dark. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it's like that dark is like fucking. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like the darkness could be a lot more powerful than the light. You know what I'm saying? And the darkness, in a way, is really what it is. It's like saying, you know how you cannot have one without the other. Actually, when it comes to darkness, you know what I'm saying, pretty much darkness is the source of the creation, just like you being in a cocoon, or just like a seed being planted in the ground and stuff like that. No, I don't. Yeah, no buts. That's right. I don't even like that word. I don't like when people say I guess. I don't like when people say but. I don't like when people say nothing when you ask them what they're thinking about or what they doing or something. Nothing. What you thinking about? Nothing. What you talking about? What you want to talk about? Nothing. I don't like that shit either. But, oh God. But, I have to explain stuff. I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to explain something. Okay. Yeah, true. Depends on yeah, so in a way the fire or the darkness could be a lot more powerful than the light in a way, so which is why, you know what I'm saying, the light does not see the darkness, only the darkness actually sees the light. You know what I'm saying? The light doesn't, that's what it's like the saying, the light does not perceive the darkness, but the darkness looks at the light as if it doesn't exist even though it sees the light. You know, it's like having something right in front of you. Just like the Matrix movie, when the little kid had the spoon, and then he made the spoon bend and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He sees the spoon. The spoon looks like it's real. The spoon is supposed to be, you're supposed to feel this. You're supposed to be able to eat it, taste it, shit like that. But in all reality, the darkness, which is how he made the spoon bend, was always more powerful than the light, because it was always the source of where the shit came from in a way. Okay. Exactly. Yeah, you need to like be comfortable with your shadow, right? Yeah, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Like when it comes to the dark, it's like me. I used to be a spiritual solitude type of person. So it's just like being a lone wolf, or just like mostly being by yourself instead of being around everybody else. That's really being in darkness than it is being in light. You know what I'm saying? Because when you are in light, people, they are going to see you and see your energy, but you are in a way surrounded by people, so you are like shining your own type of light to the point where they notice you, almost like the darkness is noticing you. You know what I'm saying? But it still perceives you not, as in you are conscious and you are woke and you are awakened and shit like that, but the dead is all around you to the point where it looks at you and be like, I don't give a fuck, or I still notice you are smarter, you are this and that, but it still probably doesn't mean stuff to us because we are dead. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Well, stuff like that. You know, it's it's different. That's just why when I was talking about my business partner and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, he stay in Miami, but we had shit to do in Michigan. So we, in a way, we're building different connections and shit like that, but in a way we're still separated, to when we really need to get shit done, the shit is not getting done the way it needs to be get done. You know what I'm saying? in a way, that's another thing that I'm dealing with, and I'm also dealing with other stuff, like stuff that maybe I could just meditate on. Okay, right, Butts totally disregards what was said previously. I tried to mind that too, lol. LOL, it's all good, or it can disregard, rather. Hold on, wait, somebody is sending me messages. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. LOL, it's all good. Wait. Right. Told us disregard, but what was said previously, I tried to mind that too, LOL. Okay. Or it can disregard, rather. Yep, true. I like being a loner. Yeah, just like my spirit animal is a lone wolf, so in a way, I'm a loner. But, oh God. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm sorry for this conversation. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry. And for this conversation that's going on right now, it is very important. So if I say the word but, it does not matter. Okay? But right now, always meditate and dream on stuff. Yeah, that could be a part that I'm actually having like problems or issues with, because just like when you were a child, the real world was your imagination. Just like when you're painting a picture, or you're writing some music and stuff like that, or you're just writing a story or doing some poetry. Meditate, music, weed, art. It's more than that. It takes more than that. It takes way more than that. You can only go so far by yourself in a way. So that's probably what I'm really having issues with. But, yeah, I said it. What you gonna do about it? Do something about it. Okay, wait, hold up. Do something about it. I don't know. I think being around, like, having these conversations with people that I know I can have these conversations with, it probably makes me a lot more energetic as well. Oh, and nature. Yeah, but I cannot be outside right now because technically it's very, very cold. It's like the winter time. It does. Do a guided meditation before bed. I like those. I can do that before bed, yet I am still awake. And you know me, like me, I wouldn't even, like, admitting to the fact that I have an issue is actually a powerful thing, because normally, like me, I wouldn't even have issues, or I wouldn't talk about that type of stuff. This is like a daily thing, like FML, LOL. I'll do something about it. Haha, you want me to? Yeah, you can try, or meditate with the binaural beats. I've heard of that before too. Okay. I was about to go laugh myself, but dude, like, I get you. There's more to it. Speak to Oracle. She's beauty. Yeah, I think I sent her a link, but she didn't. Let's see. Let's see if I see her. It says she was active 1 hour ago. Yeah, like, that's probably one person I really should talk to. Okay, wait, let me see. But yeah, what you doing? Like, how do y'all feel about the actual topic? The spiritual truth versus the religious belief. How do you feel about that topic? Because it's a lot of that going on. A lot of people that have or believe in certain things, but when it comes to the actual truth about it, it's almost like the real simple thing about the religion and the spirituality is like when people talk about God, for example, they view the actual God not only as an energy, but they view it as someone that is above them. But when it comes to the actual spiritual truth about it, it is actually me, it is actually you, it is actually our physical selves when we hire our mental capacity to that actual level, you know, and it's like saying, let's say a child, in a way, if a child needs to understand how to be, themselves, which is pretty much why people are caught in that certain type of way, then pretty much when they say we are old souls, like what makes us an old soul? And then when we find out why we are old souls, and then we look at the baby souls, and then we look at the lost souls and stuff like that, we would know the difference, but those who do not know, they wouldn't know anything. You know, just like we are the darkness, but in a way we are shining our own light in the darkness. We're just surrounded by too much, or should I say my family and I always debate on this topic because I'm more spiritual and they describe me as pagan. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was pagan though, because really, if you want to be pagan about it, people who celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and for Fourth of July and shit like that, those are really like pagan shit. That's really the pagan shit. So in a way, for somebody to say something like that, that's really the opposite of what it really is. Someone who is the man like. Okay, wait. Did it send? It says sent. Okay, yeah. I feel you, Queen. My family's on both sides. Most are Catholic. Yeah, I've had that too. Catholic family. Some think I'm weird because of my crystals. Yeah, that can happen as well. A lot of people don't know what crystals are anyway, so really a lot of people don't like change. A lot of people fear what they don't know, which is why they question people like us because they fear us, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just a level of fear, it's a level of respect. It's not just a level of fear, it's a level of respect. I don't celebrate Christmas or any Christianity holiday. Yeah, like me, I don't really celebrate it, but in a way, it's like saying I still have family members that do. So if I did something like that, or let's say I'll put up a tree or some shit like that, I'll do it for the kids or with the kids. But personally, I don't really like, I don't celebrate it. It's like saying, like, some people to be like, oh, I don't believe in that. Like me, I don't believe in it in a way. The only thing I really like about it is the lights, and I like what it actually represents when people really realize what the tree is supposed to be, you know, just like your chakras, and you always got the crown of your chakras, which is where you put the angel or where you put the Christ energy or where you put the star and stuff like that. I like what that represents. Okay. I mean, we all know that most religions are for power, manipulation, and control. Yeah, I know they are scared. Laugh my ass off when my family says my crystals are rocks. It's devastating. Like, damn, look at these rocks. Like, motherfucker, do that look like a rock? You want to see a rock? Okay, I'm gonna show you a. Like, this is what a rock look like. That's the color purple. That's the color green. That's the color blue. That's the color yellow. Do that look like rocks? That's a moon rock right there. That's a sun crystal right there. Like no, no. And also yes, respect. But then you gotta realize like, is it? You gotta realize in a way, is it too much fear or is it too much respect? Because in a way, if they really respected you, they would be in a way supporting you, or they would be in a way it's like putting you in a position of authority, or it's like saying you are the leader, you are the boss or something, or you having a child or something like that. Your child is special, so if it takes a village to raise a child, the whole village gets behind, like having a president in a way. You know what I'm saying? But is it respect or is it fear? You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like it's a lot more fear than respect, because a lot of people that don't just fear but they don't know, they also fear pretty much everything that's going on in society. They fear the government, they fear going outside, they fear watching certain shit on TV, they fear people, they fear, it's a lot of fear going on. So that's why it's like, do they respect you more or do they fear you more? And like me, I've especially with the stuff like having my own business and shit like that, and being around people that are like technically millionaires and shit like that at a very young age, and coming from the streets, like I know exactly like how they actually take fear, you know what I'm saying? Because they use it in a way like they use it to their benefit, but they're probably not actually, they don't really want you to fear them. They want you to know that they are powerful. They want you to respect them, because there's different types of ways you can actually respect somebody. You can respect somebody because you like them, or you can respect somebody because you fear them. And in a way, the darkness is just like, if you ever saw the Star Wars movie, the darkness is more powerful than the actual light, which is why Anakin Skywalker, or Anunnaki, or Neteru, or the Most High, however, or the original man, or the black man, however you really want to say it, God, Tyson, he was the original, the darkness, the source of the darkness, pretty much. So like me, I'm talking about, like my darkness is more powerful. I feel like it's more powerful than the light, which it really kind of is, just like making music, just like Michael Jackson music, Prince music, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that make music, they use their energy and they shoot it towards a certain destination to the point where it reaches the crown chakra, and and it just takes over everything that's the way it's supposed to be. And let me see. They won't, okay. And also, yes, respect. They won't tell me that. And that's cool. Haha, queen. Or when I started growing herbs so I can grow them with my own intent. They do not understand how things have certain properties that benefit spiritual practices. Yep, facts. They really don't though. It's just like somebody looking up their ancestry. I know a lot of people who, like after the age 40 or 50, they looked up their ancestry, but me, I've always been talking about who I am, what I am, shit like that. And like it's like saying we know about that type of stuff, but they don't know about it. They don't learn about it. They don't really care that much. It's just like how they be like, okay, you are an African American, and it's like, okay, people agree with being an African American, but they don't look at what actually makes them African. They don't even know what makes them African. They just know that they're black and that they live in America, shit like that. Like they don't care about that type of shit that they really supposed to care about, because they just take it as a face value, whatever they're allowed to do, whatever you can get away with. That's why the only people that need a government are people who cannot control themselves, especially when you live in America. Like, if you really think about it, this is 3 different parts of the world that's having a conversation in this live. This is America, Canada, and Australia. So we are living on three different parts of the actual world, having a conversation about, spiritual truth and religious beliefs and shit, OMG, one of my cousins said they are just rocks and rocks do nothing, he says. Well, it depended on what age they are, you got to try to teach them. If they don't know what crystals are, then you have to show them, tell them something, and not just tell them what crystals are. It's like you might have somebody in your family that's over energetic, somebody in your family that's over super dramatic, super emotional, super, sarcastic, super this, super that. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, the only way it's like a baby. The only way a baby would truly understand is if they see you do it, or if they're hands on, or if they have to learn the hard way, pretty much. So in a way, when you view that person, you have to be able to break it down to their type of level of perception and understanding, So if you know somebody that doesn't know the difference between crystals and rocks, you could try to break it down what this crystal means, and then put it to them like, yeah, this crystal is pretty much meant for you because, you're this type of person, or you do this and I see you do that. And what this crystal stands for, to people or for people like you is like blah, 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 break it down to them. Yeah, I feel you, queen. Haha, you are a crack up. You are a crack up. Yeah, I crack myself up a lot of times. Sometimes I just be, what's up, Awaken? I didn't even see she was in here. Yeah, put some respect on my crystals. Yeah, they better. Cause shit, your crystals are like flowers. If you talk to your flowers, you know what I'm saying, they grow pretty much in a great way or a bad way. You talk to your crystals, it's just like people. It's just like having a baby, pretty much. But it's not an actual baby. It's just an energy that's always there that you just don't see it's there. Because you're not supposed to use your actual two eyes to see, which is why you got three eyes, because your third eye was your first eye. Okay. They respect me in a way like I was always the leader from both sides with all my cousins. Yep, I can definitely respect that too. Because in a way, they could be looking at you like that. It's like a lot of people, you got people that'll watch what you do and then they'll wait for you to do something. Then you have people that want you to have something just so they can take it from you. Then you have people that don't want you to have it, you know what I'm saying? So it's, in a way, it's like saying nobody's really trying to, really benefit or support you or anything like that. They're just waiting, sitting around watching, waiting, listening. You know what I'm saying? Either they're going to be one of the three or they're going to be the actual four. It's just like the Matrix movie. You got the blue pill, you got the red pill. But what you didn't know is if you put blue and red together, they make purple. You got the Bloods, then you got the Crips. But when you put the Bloods and the Crips together, they make the Kings. You know what I'm saying? They make two forms of nations coming together, the Holy Trinity type of shit. So really, you just didn't know it was a third choice. You just chose to stick with that because that's all you really know or what you've been told, or, you're not really doing it for an actual benefit to your soul type of thing. Because when you die, you know what I'm saying, you just be like, okay, well, when you get closer to death, you'll be like, I'm trying to get closer to God and shit like that. But we've been so close to that actual source of what God and what that energy actually is, to the point that we became that source and that God pretty much. But by you doing that, only when you are about to, have an end to your entire existence or some shit like that, is when you actually start caring, or when you start being like, wait a minute, this whole time I didn't realize this. And then all of a sudden, by you not realizing that, you end up reliving your life again, coming back in a different body and shit like that. Religion is very manipulative. It seems to make followers quite narrow-minded. Yeah, they're very close-minded. A lot of people are, and it's not even that they're close-minded. It's almost like they don't even like to listen. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's a cap level. It's like when you want to be a cop, the cops can't be smart enough to actually be like somebody that runs over the cops. It's almost like when you a sheep, you know what I'm saying? Sheeps are not supposed to be smart enough to not be able to be tamed. It's almost like being an animal. Every single animal can be tamed and put in a circus except for a wolf. And my spirit animal is a wolf, which I am a wolf. So in a way, I'm not in the circus because I refuse to be a part of the circus, which is why I am the way I am, or who I am, or what I am, you know. Okay, wait a minute. Where the fuck is it? I see and feel it. Wait, I see and feel a bit of both. I've studied a lot of mythology, and there's a similar story of a god and his son, and it's in many religions, so it's hard for me to believe in a religion. Well, yeah, if you like, in another way, if you wanted to talk about, if we wanted to talk even more about the religion aspect, spirituality in a way is a form of religion, but it's just the original form of what religion actually was until it got broken down. It's almost like if you got so many people that speak different languages, you're gonna have to break it down into so many different types of books and so many different types of subjects and shit like that, to the point where a lot of stuff becomes distorted, and you only have the certain books or the certain things that was written and made by certain people in order for it to get breaking down in each and every way. That's why they be like, the truth is able to speak in tongues. So you're able to speak either different languages, or you're able to take certain parts from certain books and certain parts from certain histories and people and stuff like that, and bring it all together, like connecting the dots. And then a lot of people who are in just the religion part, they only know about one dot, but they see all the other dots. You know what I'm saying? Like looking up in the stars, you see all the different dots, but you never tried to connect the dot. You know what I'm saying? You never tried to put them together to see what the actual image is, you know, when you put them all together, just like the Almighty, the God, in the way we are all together because we are all one. And if we are all one, then right now we are all separated. So when you put us all back together and you connect the dots, then you can see the biggest picture, because the littlest things paint the biggest pictures. Some days the fear and respect changes depending on what I talk about, what I post or share. Okay, give 1 second. Just 1 second. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, let's see. Depending what I talk about, I feel yeah. I have studied counseling community services so I can handle people in general. Right. What type of okay, so is what type of way, like, do you talking about, are you talking about like in a deep type of way, or are you talking about just in like in general type of way? I worked as a community worker also in aged care, so I can just deal with people in general. I learned to just deal with people. A lot of disrespect have been thrown my way with the way I live and how I see. Yeah, I've taken care of a lot of old people and stuff like that. Even people that had, you know, mental issues, or people that was losing their memory and stuff like that. I've dealt with that. I've taken care of, I'll say at least like 20, but that's not only that, but I've dealt with people that were also at least my age that were still dealing with the same thing. It's almost like saying I was people's guardian. So in a way, by them being their guardian, I would have to. I'm a guardian over a lot of people, pretty much old people and young people. So yeah, I could understand the disrespect type of way because in a way it was a lot of disrespect, but for me it was more respect than it was disrespect. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. I mean, it's weird because it's weird in a way of how I first felt when I first started doing stuff like that. But when I break it down, it won't be so weird. It, you know, especially the religious ones. Churches actually bug me out, to be honest. LOL. I grew up in Catholic churches. At a young age, I thought those churches freaked me out. Yeah, my grandfather was a Catholic too. I think he used to always, I think he would pray on his knees or something like that. It would be a lot of stuff. He is 50 and he has a mentality of an 18-year-old. Shake my head. He is wounded. Full stop. So when you say the mentality, you talking about like by disrespectful type of mentality. There is no breaking it down. LOL. He thinks I'm crazy. Haha. Like a crazy witch. Haha. Oh yeah. Well, he's too old. There's nothing you can do about it. About that anyway. All three, they are waiting, listening off. I mean, all three or four, they see, listen, take, and do nothing, or take it, wait, what I have, and take it, or they don't want me to have it at all. Facts. It is what it is, LOL. I've had a near-death experience. It changed me to 11. They are closed-minded and also ignorant. They don't want you to know because they are either scared and denial or they haven't reached to that level to search what is out there. They just continue what they know, sort of like a toxic cycle. Yeah, these are many versions of the real truth in all these books and Bibles from all over the world. So, yeah, they had to break it down for sure. Sort of like Chinese whispers, LOL, and writing. Okay. Yes, same. I feel like a guardian for all people, especially with my kids or with kids. I love kids. Yeah, I like kids too. It's like when people say they like kids or they don't like kids, it be for certain reasons. It's like me, I like kids in a way because they're youthful, you know. It's like by me, I'm an old soul, but I'm still like I have a young heart in a way, so I'm gonna always be in a way a kid, but also have the mentality of an old person. That's cool. It teaches me. It teaches and tested us a lot. My cousin has 50, but is a womanizer like a 16 or 8. Wow. Okay, wait, somebody. I gotta reply back to this message. Okay, can I get out this message, though? Thank you. Wait, I still can't. Okay. I love kids too, but I think I like them because they are attached to my inner child. I can relate to kids. That's the Gemini in me too, so I feel you on that, Queen. Yes, Gemini is full of adaptable energy. My son, a Gemini. Adaptable energy. With Gemini, Sun, and Rising, my inner child is always out. The Gemini twins, in a way, the Gemini twins are also kind of like Pisces, but I think the Gemini is an air sign in a way, and the Pisces is the yin and the yang. So in a way, it's a fish swimming in the opposite direction. Just but Geminis are Gemini twins, so in a way, if they're kind of the same, just different signs and stuff like that. It's never inside. Oh, your son is cool. I feel like I lost my childhood around age 10, so I think they sense my inner innocence. Yeah, they probably do too. Because, that just means you have to grow up fast. My girl is a Capricorn. Hey, we are air. Yep. Then the Capricorn, the tail of the Capricorn is a fish. So like it's almost like a Pisces, but that's, you still got the little watery side. So it's like, you know, it's like when you got the water and the mud, you know what I'm saying? That's almost like a little, that's when it gets real earth type based and stuff like that. When you got the water and it starts to precipitate, like when it gets to the fire and stuff like that, that's when you got the air signs. Capricorn will ground you though. Yeah, my ex was a Capricorn. Like my most recent ex was a Capricorn. But the only thing I didn't like about it was that she wasn't able to like go any higher. It's almost like her being an earth sign and her being pretty much, a Capricorn or something like that. She was able to tap into like my watery nature and shit like that. But when it came to being on my level of, like intelligence or of my level of consciousness or something like that, that was never her thing type of thing. Yep, she already like that with her friends, fam, etc. What's her moon? A playful, serious. Be on fire. My son's dad was a Pisces. Hey. So what attracted you to a Pisces? Earth signs are very stubborn. Yeah, that's probably what the fuck. Yeah, very stubborn. Very stubborn. They might not do something that elevates them just because they feel like it's not their idea. Damn, that's facts. That's kind of in a way what I was trying to do, but it just didn't work out. Her moon is Pisces. My girl isn't exactly so stubborn. Yeah, that's a good thing too. Because in a way it's like by you being her mom, you could probably teach her and show her something, especially about not being so stubborn. Wait a minute. I'm supposed to go like this. Why did I do that? Okay, wait a minute. Her rising is in Aries. I am very emotional. I need someone to bring out my sensitive side. I hide my emotions, but they come out in anger and aggression. Yeah, your emotions, but they come out in anger and aggression. My girl is more like go with the flow, and she's a fighter. I have taught her a lot. I'm a proud mama, proud of her. I feel you, queen. Very emotional. I need someone to bring out my sensitive. Is that why your hair is pink? Damn. Okay, wait. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Why the fuck do I feel like I'm doing this wrong? But sometimes we have to discover that for ourselves. Also, Pisces will never judge you. They make you feel comfortable. To be able to be emotional without anyone bringing that out. I always think I'm emotional and show it, but then people say I don't. Well, you could just, it's like you could just have a different emotional level. Because you have IQ and then you have EQ. You got your intellectual intelligence, you know what I'm saying? But then you have emotional intelligence. How the fuck do I feel like I'm doing this? I don't know why I feel like I'm doing this. The fuck, bro? Yep, I feel you, Queen. My brother is a Pisces. He's my best mate. Big heart, golden heart, and gives the best hugs. But you are right, Illy. It's definitely something that I'm working on. What's up, Ann? Or should I say Tiny Crow? I understand, hun. And you working on that is amazing. Yeah, definitely, too. Definitely. Because a lot of people, they don't understand, their emotional as much as they understand their physical or their mental and stuff like that. Okay, wait. Why the fuck did I forget? I understand and evaluate my emotions in a isolated way. So by the time anyone realizes I feel a certain way, I've already analyzed that. But while I'm analyzing it, I can be aggressive and cold. Yeah, you could probably be, doing something that they're supposed to do for you, but you do it for yourself in a way. So it's like instead of analyzing it, you could just let them analyze it. So you just won't pay that much attention to it or be always thinking about it. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me. That's why it's so great you are working on it. That's why it's so great that you are working on it. Okay, hello, good evening. What are you up to? Hey Crow, how are you? I understand on the anger and cold part. Yeah, me too. Cause I like in a way I could be doing the same thing. Okay, let's see. Is that the way? No, it's not. Fuck. Okay, that's the way. Bro, this is about to piss me off. Hold up, woosah, woosah. I heard 11s are wonderful. 11s are the wounded healer. Yeah, because in a way, the way we learn how to heal is by ourselves getting hurt, pretty much. And sometimes we allowed ourselves to get hurt because we like pain. We like to feel in the pain. But you see, the word burden is such a heavy word. I am a 9 in all, and I can see myself to be a wounded healer. I'm doing okay. I'm currently manifesting positively. I'm a humanitarian at heart. Beautiful Crow. How are you, Illy? Whoa, I saw her. She hit me like. Saw that thing so beautiful. You just hit my own. Force us and she got me like. Why you so fun? Gotta make you mine. Okay, let it go. Okay, wait. Let it go. Now push. Let it go. Now push. Fuck. Okay, wait. Let it go. Fucking son of a bitch. Okay, wait. So maybe you're supposed to do this side. Okay, wait. Fuck. No. Ah. I'm okay. Slow day. One of those me days. LOL. We all get those. Where all you can do is smile. But keep smiling. Smile through the bullshit. Ha. Exactly. Yep. Always do smile and eat something good. Seriously. I actually smile a lot. Food makes everything better. Oh, okay, look. I'm about to get back on live in like 5 or 10 minutes because I just realized that I've been on here for 59 minutes, yo. 59 minutes. Food makes everything better. It makes people wonder what I'm thinking, LOL. I agree with the food statement. So I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed being on this live. I appreciate and adore everyone that has hopped on my live and wanted to have these conversations and interact with each other. I will be back on in about 5 to 10 minutes. If you want to get back on, we can. If you don't, we don't have to, just peace, love, happiness, and infinite abundance, I agree with the food statement, LOL. I smile when I'm nervous. It's so awkward.